Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, back on Forza Motorsport 7, having a look at the weekly challenges for the first week of March. So here we go, we've got Screaming Tyres, get a drift score of 9,000 in a single lap of a drift event in any Japanese rear wheel car, and that's for the 45,000 credits, is bringing it around. The first part of that is win a race at Road America West Route in an all-wheel drive A-Class car, that's working for the Sambadrome drive gear. And this Showtime break a leg, the first stage of this is win a race at Prague, and that'll be working towards the 1958 Aston Martin DBR1. What I can do with these is combine a couple, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself a Japanese rear wheel drive car and take it for a drift event around Prague, hit the 9,000 score and make a move from there. So here we are, we're in Prague on a full circuit. I've got the Nissan Nismo GTR. I've got that running, this is a brilliant car, I love this car. I'm a demo of Forza 7, absolutely brilliant. I decided to do the full circuit, mainly because it gives me a lot of road to actually get my 9,000 drift score. So it's actually pretty decent, it's flying around here, no particular worries. And this is a brilliant track. I actually do love it. It's one of my favourites on the game, and it doesn't actually exist. It's not real. Some of the stuff on Forza is real, some of it's not. Prague obviously exists. It's the capital of Czechoslovakia in Europe. You know, you've got Germany on one side, Poland on another, Slovakia and Austria. You know, it's all landlocked with that, so it does exist, and it's lovely, but this track does not exist. There's no road circuit like this within Prague. This is made up just for the game, just like a few of the other ones like Maple Valley and the test track and stuff like this, but this is brilliant. I've got the Nismo. Again, one of my favourite cars out of a demo, which is really fun to drive. And it's actually a successor to the Skyline, so it shows its racing pedigree right there. It's absolutely brilliant, it's handling really well. And the full track on here, which I don't race very often, is really fun to drive. Sometimes you go a bit off, it's a bit mad for drifting, but it's all good fun. And yeah, so basically that's what I'm doing right now. It's actually about 1:30 in the morning, and I'm recording the audio for this stuff because I'm a couple of days behind because Windows 10's gone. Really bizarre, sort of having a low frame rate, lots of high pitch beeps coming out of it. It took a bit of working out to sort it, but it's sorted, so I can actually get on my computer and actually do some stuff now. So yeah, so it is really early in the morning. That's why I'm sort of in whisper mode on this, you know. I'll probably put the volume up a little bit on my mic when I do my edit and stuff, but basically this is what I got to do. It's crazy, but I have got some monthly races to do commentary for. I have done them, but I just need to sort of video out, but it'll be going up in the next few days. Obviously I'll have some more coming up after a weekend as well for the second week of March. But it's actually sort of really busy with stuff, and there's some good stuff this month on the Forzathon challenges. And I've sort of really enjoyed sitting down and actually doing them. But I'm doing really well on here. Supposed to get 9,000, I'm pushing past 18, so that's always good. I'm coming up towards the end, you can see on the map of the finish line, so it's not doing too badly, although I do hit the signs now and then. The funny thing about Forza is there's a lot of repetition of people. I actually did do a photo in, you know, with the drone mode, actually to have a look on, it's actually on Indianapolis, I think, so I had a look. And it's basically about 5 people they've got in total, and they just repeat them. But coming up towards the line, a little bit wobbly, trying to get the last few points out. And 20,000 across the line, which is absolutely brilliant. 20,752. I did do another lap and got another 20,000 out of it, so that was pretty decent. So I've got a pop-up saying I've made progress in Screaming Tyres, and I've completed Screaming Tyres. I should also get a pop-up about the Prague, but I don't. There is a good reason for that, mostly because Forza messed up. But there's my reward, 45,000 credits, always good. Not that it lasts too long in my race shop these days, but that's what we got from that. That's number 1 out of the way. And when this comes off, you can see that Prague has been taken off on the showcase. And I'm going back to the next steps at this point. Complete a race at Top Gear in a major Micros division car, which should be fun because that's Dunsfold Aerodrome. And since I've got my avatar dressed up as Stig at the moment, fits right in, you know. So let's have a dig into that and let's see what we've got, because I can't really combine it with anything else. So let's dig in, let's have a look, and let's see what we got. Here we go, Dunsfold Aerodrome in a Citroen 2CV. What am I up against? It looks like a Mini from the front end of that. So that's what I'm up against. I'm up against a Mini in a Citroen 2CV. Fantastic. What can I say about 2CVs? Yeah. 9 brake horsepower as average. It's got a 0 to 16 timing, set the alarm clock for when we get there, if we get there. And they are typically, at least in the UK, the car of choice for modern language teachers, for French teachers and for German teachers. They drive Citroen 2CVs. It's sort of a stereotype, but everyone I've ever seen, with the exception of one, drives as 2CV. So, that's Dunsfold Aerodrome down in Surrey, Top Gear, very famous track. It's a World War II airfield created by the Canadians as well, which is quite mad. It's all private now, mostly used for racetracks. Yes, up against a 1965 Mini. Absolutely hammered it in a 2CV. Fantastic. So, you've made progress in showtime. Okay, that's it. Right. Pop into Forzathon and let's have a look what we've got to do next. Complete a race. We go at least 130 miles an hour in a Fiat manufactured car. So, this is it. This is a Fiat. This is the Fiat 8V. Named because it's got a V8 engine in. And before you ask, why is this backwards? It's because it is. At the time this car was made, Fiat was sort of under the impression, I don't know if it was rightly or wrongly, that at the time Ford had a copyright, had a patent on the name V8, so he couldn't actually use it without being sued. So they decided, let's flip it up a bit, let's call it the 8V. So they've got this, which is absolutely mental. This is like the supersonic version as well, so it's very space age, very jet age. And I've definitely had to put a mod on this because there's no way in hell any Fiat does 130 mile an hour. Not a chance. So I've put a drag racing mod, a drag racing tune on this, which has given it a load of power on straight, hence why it's on Indy. However, as you can see, it cannot take the corners for crap. Nice long straight on Indy, pretty quick track. Jobs are good, and you know, get it done. And collect the prize. So yes, for Fiat 8V against the Nissan something or another. But it gave me a pop-up. I've made progress in showtime. Excellent. And I've completed showtime. What I'll need to have a look at next, after I claim my prize, which is the 1958 Aston Martin DBR1. Classic racer. It's iconic, legendary status, 1800 collector's values for you guys who actually still track this stuff on Forza. And what's next? What have I got? I've got win a race at Road America West Route in an all-wheel drive A-Class car. Okay, here you go. Road America, all-wheel drive. Right. I've got the Vauxhall Astra. It's not just the normal Vauxhall Astra, this is a VXR. And it's not just a VXR, this is a VXR police car. And I'm having a fly around here against the Aston Martin. Although still in second place, but let's be fair, in video games, how often does the policeman actually catch, the person in my sports car, my supercar? Not very often. Or maybe that's just throwback to my outrun days, But now this is the Vauxhall Astra. This is like the sport version of the road car. This one is road legal. I know somebody's got one. About 200 and some odd horsepower, they're a bit mad. I'm taking it around Road America, which is, again, an iconic track used for IndyCar, IMSA, one of the original big tracks from the 1950s, so it's, a bit of an away day for British Vauxhall. Although Vauxhall are now owned by Peugeot, and pending whatever chaos happens with Brexit, is most likely to be made in France in the future. So really, that's another British car company pretty much gone. But we'll have to see what happens, whether the factories stay open, but that's all politics and stuff like this, which I don't tend to get into. But this is it. Around the track, no particular worries. I've got ahead and I've crossed the line, 1 minute 33 seconds. Up against the Aston Martin's Vantage. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. S-Class car, 710. Yeah, so just good going on that one. Got the pop-ups. You've made progress in bringing it around. So let's have a look. Let's see what I've got. 5 laps at Mugello Autodromo International Club Circuit in a sports compact division car. Okay. So I'm over in Italy. I'm at Mugello. Big circuit, iconic. It's a Grand Prix circuit in Tuscany. Really nice. And I've bought the American. I've got the Dodge Dart, which is a compact sedan. So that'll cover that one off. Apparently it was called the Fiat Viacio in China or something bizarre like that. It's just like a really bizarre name. But now it's actually a Forza edition car, so I'll get a few extra points for this. I got this a few months ago on the Forzathon challenge. I got a couple of them actually, just along with the Acuras. I just like giving these things away. But no, it's a nice track at Mugello. It's an F1 track, most famous, and built in, I think it's 1973, I think it was, but it does loads of other different races as well, so I mean it's quite a nice track. It's got a bit of a deceiving final corner in a way. The amount of times I've seen people go off on it and straight through a pit lane, but it has got a bit of a deceiving final corner, so this is what we've got. It's 5 laps, but I'm going to do a quick edit as soon as I tap the finish line, and there you go, 1 minute 13 being the fastest lap. So that is that one out of the way. The Dodge Dart Forza Edition 2013, 6 minutes 14 in total. So I'll roll around, let's see my opponent, let's have a look, see who I was up against. A Mazda MX-5 Forza Edition. Okay, no problem. Pop-ups, you've made progress in bringing it around. And I've completed bringing it around. I'm absolutely flying through these this week. All that's left is to have a pop in, pick up my prize and see what's next on the final challenge set. So, Sambadrome. dance to the beat of your own drum. Very glittery, very disco-y. It's almost like an Aztec Daft Punk legendary status driver gear as well, so that's quite nice. Probably never use it, but that's what you get for that one. So that's the challenges for this week, guys. That's pretty quick, that's pretty simple. It doesn't take me too long whatsoever. But looking at next week's, we've got International Appeal, Keep It Speedy. That's for the 2011 McLaren 12C. Wearing It Out, Bring a New Set of Tyres. That's for a modern pilot driver gear. And Classic Cool, who has my Letterman jacket, for the 115,000 credits. So I'll be looking at them next week. I'll be looking at them it's Friday actually now, but I'll be looking at them in a few days. I'll upload over the weekend, try and get back onto plan, on schedule. But I've also got the monthly ones, a showcase for VIP and the Car Pass. I'll be putting some stuff together the next few days on that one. I'll be uploading them probably over a weekend before I upload the second week of March's stuff. So that's that, guys. Hopefully you found it enjoyable. And if you like what I'm doing, hit that like button, hit subscribe, leave me a comment. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.